Hello and welcome to your latest Maths Wizard video. Today we're going to be taking a look at sharing ratios, which is something that comes up quite a lot on GCSE Maths. So to start with, we're going to be looking at sharing ratios using the total. So we'll look at 3 questions around that. Then we're going to go on to looking at sharing ratios where you know one part of the ratio. Now this one here is an example that was in a past paper question. So what I'd like to do is divide this ratio divide 405 here in the ratio 4 to 11. So if you pause your video and have a go. Okay, let's have a look at this then. So to start off with, we've got 405 here, and we're dividing in this ratio. So in this ratio, we've got 4 parts and 11 parts, which makes 15 parts in total. So if we divide that by 15, we'll get 27. Then we've got 27 times 4, which is going to give us 108. And then 27 times 11, which will give us 297. And if you want to check that's right, if you add these numbers up, so 8 add 7 is 15, carry your 1 across, 9 add 1 is 10, write your 0 there, carry your 1 across, add those 4 up, and you'll get to 405 there. So it's all about kind of making sure that the end result adds up to 405. Now you can do this with your bar modeling, quite a tricky one with this one because we've got, I'm going to draw that a little bit smaller there I think for my bar model. So you've got 4 parts here, then you've got 11 parts there, so you're going to have those 4 parts plus 5 more. Sure I've got 11 there. No, I've not. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 2 more, sorry. So you've got all your parts here. So this is how you might do it with a bar model. You then divide your 405, because all of that is worth 405, by that 15, and you can see then that each part is worth 27. So you can use your bar modeling for ratio as well. It is a bit trickier when you've got, obviously lots of numbers. Okay, let's have a look at another example then. So we've got a slightly more context-based question here, which do tend to be more prominent on GCSE. So pause your video and have a go. Okay, so let's look at this then. So we can have our bar modeling. So Sam and Mina share 24 oranges in the ratio 1 to 2. So we know Sam's got 1 part, Mina has got 2 parts. So we're going to be doing, we've got 3 parts in total. So 24 divided by 3 is going to give us 8, which means Sam's got 8. And if you wanted to work out Mina, she would have 8 times 2, which is 16. Then you can see that 16 and the 8 add together to make 24. Okay, let's do one more example then. Okay, so our next question then is a context-based question, and this I've kind of taken this from part of an exam question. It's not the full question, but it's just part of it. So the cost of a holiday is £2,400. It's been split between the payment of this is being split between a deposit and a monthly payments. We want to know how much the deposit is. So your ratio for this is 3 to 5. So pause your video and have a go. Okay, so in total there we've got 8 parts if we add 3 and the 5 together. So we've got three parts here. Sorry, I'm being very rubbish at drawing bar models. 3 parts here which are the deposit. Then we've got these other 8 parts here which are the monthly payments. So we've got to do 2,400 divided by 8, which is going to give us 300. So it's 300 for each part on our bar model, or 1 part in the ratio. So you get the idea here. So we've got 300 times 3 for the deposit, which is what the question was asking you, which is 900, and then 300 times 5, which is going to give you 1,500 for the part of the holiday you're going to pay for monthly. Okay, so we're now going to move on. Okay, so we're now going to move on to looking at sharing ratios using one part. So slightly different idea here. Okay, so we're now going to have a look at this question here. So Lauren and Emily share some counters in the ratio 7:2. Lauren's getting 28 counters, so we want to know how many Emily's going to get. So if you pause your video and have a go. Okay, so let's have a look at this with your bar modeling first. Now this time, so we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we've got 7 bits there. So we've got Lauren there. She's got 7 parts. Emily's only got 2. Now this time, instead of being told the total, we're told that Lauren's 7 parts are worth 28. So that 28 has got to be divided by 7. So instead of dividing by the total numbers in the ratio, you're dividing by the part of the ratio it's referring to. So 28 divided by 7 is 4. So each part in the ratio is worth 4. So Emily has 2 parts in the ratio, and 4 times 2 will give you 8. So she will have 8 of the counters there. Okay, let's have a look at another example. So it says Harry and his sister Jess have some money in the ratio 1:4. Harry's got £7.35. We want to know how much Jess has. So again, pause your video for this one. Okay, so if we look at this with the bar modelling, so Harry's 1 part is worth £7.35. Jess has 4 parts, so she has £7.35 times by 4, which if you do £7.35 times 4, you will end up with £29.40. Okay, final question then here. So we've got another sharing question. Now this is from a past paper, so I thought this is quite a good one to include. There's a few steps involved in this one. So pause your video, take your time with this. You should really be able to do the arithmetic without a calculator, and then have a go. Okay, let's have a look at this then. So it says in a school show, girls to boys are 1:1. So what that means is you've got the same amount of girls and boys in the show, because essentially what a ratio is, it's a way of comparing things, and we're obviously comparing the same number there. So we've got the same number of boys and girls. Then it says girls who sing and girls who don't sing are 1:2. So it's double the amount of girls that don't sing. So for every 1 girl that sings, there are 2 that do not. Now we're being told here that 8 girls sing in the show. So that 1 part is worth 8. So for the singers, and then the non-singers, we essentially there have 2 lots of 8, which is 16, because 8 times 2 is 16. Now it's saying then how many students are in the show altogether. Well, we've got 3 parts here, which are 3 lots of 8. So 3 times 8 equals 24. So that's 24 girls in total. We're being asked how many students are in the show. So we've got 24 girls. We must have 24 boys. So 24 out of 24, or 24 times 2, is going to give you 48 for this one. And that is our final example there. So hopefully you found that useful. Loads of good ratio content online, lots of questions like Corbett Maths you can practice with. So I'd say it's one to really practice because it does come up a lot. But thanks very much for listening. Hit subscribe. There'll be loads more videos that will hopefully be useful to you. So thank you very much. Bye bye.